After just a few changes and the things right here, we're now doing episode 8 of my turos tutorials. If you've missed out on the last episode and want to see it again, you can look into my Twitch channel. It has there for about like 14 days, or 13 now. And if you want to see it like after that, go to my YouTube channel that's right there on the side. And let's begin. First things first, we're going to need to get the programs. Now, 1 second. Got to grab them. There we go. The programs we worked with yesterday are... Yeah, there we go. There we go. The programs we worked to yesterday are the gzdoom builder. And if you don't know what that is, we can look it up really quick. There we go. See? The wonderful Doom editor, or level editor, for, you know, your own custom maps and things. Really cool program. And then to see what progress we've made, we can look up a program called Slade 3. It's a Doom build. It's a Doom editor. And there we go. I'll put the links in the description of this video when it reaches YouTube. But until then, let's just, you know, get into it. Okay, open the program up. And from the last time, we saved our map in as a separate map. That's, you know, E6M1. So we're going to load that again with the file right here. Open, and then we're going to load the same assets and tools we used last time. So, click OK, and there's the error again for all the missing items from Doom 2. We don't need those right now. There we go. And if we press the Q button on our keyboard, we can see the 3D layout. To move around, we use D to back, E to forward, S to left, or no, S to left, and then F to right. And then we can use the mouse to angle our view sight. There we go. That's looking wonderful. Now, last time we left off with this area in like a bit of a state. It's not pleasant to look at. It's very bland. Not really cool. So let's give it some more dimension. As we see out here, it looks like just like a castle wall. But I think we could change this too. For start, let's change this actually. Oh, right here. We're going to change... Oh, so you guys understand. Whenever you're looking around in 3D mode, any selector will be yellow. To activate it, you press the right mouse button. It'll show... Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Hiccups. It'll show about 4 tabs, and the one we want to pick is the one that says front. There's the texture for the front of it. So we're going to change that into a rocky texture. These are all the textures in the game for this folder, base. We want to go to outdoors, and... Is that the only wall? No, that one too. Huh. Let me see flats. Okay, yeah, so those are ground textures. All the inside of the base, and then... Yeah, it looks like it. Those are the only 2 wall textures. That's kind of sad. I'll use the ashen wall. It looks cool. It looks the best. I guess that's why Doom 2 looks better. So we're going to copy that. And paste it here. To paste, there you go. When we learned yesterday, what we did was we went to the Tools section, went to Preferences, Controls, and then we went down here to the option for, there it is, Visual Modes, and then we went to the Copy Texture and put Control-C, and then Paste Texture, we simply changed to V. That way we only have to press one button to put a texture on the wall. So that explains how I did that. Just a recap. Now I press Q, and now we see that. Okay? Well, I'm going to press V here. And I press V there. And I think that looks good. We can leave it like that. Man, it looks amazing. But it's really small. You should think about expanding that in a bit. Okay, so let's move on to the big room here. This looks like it's like a set inside a fortress of some kind. So, maybe we should elaborate on that. Obviously we're going to take this texture, Control-C, and place it in here. But you can see how it's not pleasant to look at. There's these little, like, it's just the same texture repeated over and over. We don't want that. It doesn't look that good. So we go back in our 2D view. We zoom in with the mouse wheel, use the arrow keys to move around, and position it right in center. The reason why is because the texture for the roof is drawn like this, actually. I'll show you right now. Follow my arrow. You'll see this right here. That's View Floor Textures. We want to go to the next one next to it, View Ceiling Textures. And there we have it. That's what the ceiling shows as we play the game. To grab the vertice, we make sure we're in vertice mode, right here on the side. And then we right-click and hold it, and then move it to another vertice. A vertice is a dot in 3D space, by the way. Let's do the same with the other side. And then we can just outright get rid of this one. We don't need it. And now we're good. But as you can see, that doesn't look so pleasant. Plus we have all these four here that just doesn't look like an actual light fixture. We can fix that by raising and lowering the ceiling to make it look like something. Since it's a fortress, why not have like beams on the inside that's like a frame with the lights sent in the center? Let's see how that looks. First we're going to draw this, then this, then this, and there. Now this whole section right here, or sector as it's called, will just be a solid thing. Oh, here, 1 second. I got a call. Sorry, folks. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. There we go. Awesome. Ooh, I should fix that. It looks like it bleeds right into the comments word. I'll fix it later. Let me see. So as you can see from before, this area here is one solid piece. We can now change it to look like whatever. In fact, I can even add those two vertices here and here to give it a bit of symmetry. Now let's move that really quick. To add a vertice, you just simply press the right mouse button on the line. And as that is, that's good. Now it looks like it's down a slope, so go halfway, and that looks right. Match that with that. Good. And if we go into this, we can now see that is in fact two different sections. So let's raise this one up really quick. Get that orange texture showing again. Remember, never leave an orange texture. Always change this texture to be something. Otherwise, it's invisible. And as we can see here, it doesn't look so pleasant. I think would be best if it were wood. Since it is a castle, by the way. So let's here. Show what I'm doing. Right click that texture as it's selected with yellow. Go to surfaces, and here's the roof texture. Let's change that to something of wood. We have so many wooden textures we can use. Since it's a beam, we're going to be using this texture right here. Select that with a left mouse button, press OK, and boom. And it's done. But now we still need to get rid of that orange texture, so let's fix that really quick. We need, it's in the wood section, so I think the best option would be this one. What do you think, viewer? Maybe this one? No, this one will look cool. I don't know now. Those viewing, let me know. I'm gonna choose this one. This looks like the best for me, really. And it has a little frame on the side. See? Looks great. So let's do that. Press Control-C on that texture with it selected. Control-C. And then Control-V. Turn this way. V. Spin around, and V. And now we have the inside of, that. Looks cool. Still, isn't that too many lights? Go back to here. An easy fix for this issue is to actually segment the thing in sectors. This engine is specifically designed to sector off everything normally. So, we might as well just separate everything in another sector. Let's just right-click into a vertice and then pull down to get the line. Oh, whoops. There we go. Then drag it and left-click to drop the selection. Then go here. Then go here. And then back to the circle, and now we have 3 sectors right here. 1, 2, 3. So now if we go back to our 3D view, we can raise and lower this one. I'm thinking we could keep it where it is. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Yeah, that looks cool. And then we change this texture. Oh, sorry. I may be moving too fast. We raise these two. Oh, another thing too. There you go. And a G. There we go. The reason why I click this and then raise it and lower it. No, that's not it. I thought they were connected. Oh. Yeah, they're separate. Okay. So yeah, that's what we got here. So let's change this middle section really quick. Right-click to select the thing. Press this with the left bumper, and then we look through the textures for a flat that represents the same style as it, but is, without the lights. And I think it's this one right here. Press OK. And we look, and looks pretty good. But we still have the orange texture, so we gotta fix that. Let's look at the orange texture. Press the right bumper, or right mouse button. Click the caution sign, the missing texture. And then we look into a texture that looks like this, but not that. And let's look in the textures. Could be something here. Maybe this? I mean, they are lights. Not the ash wall, that's for outside. You know what? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we could just use this one right here. Okay. Yeah, let's see, that looks good. Then let's copy that texture. Control C. Move over here and Control V. Room's looking snazzy. We'll add a doorway in just a bit, but for right now we gotta take care of this first. Oh, my nose is itchy, I don't know why. Ooh, there's something wrong. This texture is misaligned with this texture and this texture. To change the thing, we just move, look at this with the selector and press the up on the keyboard. And just match it as best as we can. But it's still misaligned. And so a fix with that is move it to the left, or the right. Yeah, it's still not enough. Yeah, there we go. But you know what, let's move it down actually. There we go. Looks good. Now it's seamless. For a bit, actually. You can definitely tell there's a bit of a thing, but you know, it's unnoticeable. Besides, we're going to change that texture anyway. In fact, let's change it right now. The outside looks like this color, so we're going to Control C. Control C. Go in here. And I know I said that this was a good color, gray, but thinking about it, it's like it's a building, so it has to have the same inside wall, so let's change that. These, though, on the other hand, we're going to keep. That's specifically designed to look like that. So that's good. Okay, so boom, boom. Oh, whoops. If we make a mistake by texturing something wrong, press Control Z to undo it. Remember that. It always helps. V, V, and V those. And so far that looks good. Well, sort of good. This texture and this texture are misaligned. So let's click both of those. Oh, to select it and keep it, press the mouse left button. Oh, whoops. And then we can control both at the same time. Now, but we only need to look at one to match up with this one. So let's do that. And I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. And then deselect it by pressing the mouse left again. And there we have it. Looking good. Oh, and remember this rail thing we did yesterday? We can also use that for our own advantage to make like more realistic doorways. This doorway looks all bland and flat. Not really how a normal doorway looks, does it? I mean, maybe in like a home furnishing, but it doesn't look right here. It looks gamey, like a cartoon. So, let's create a dummy sector really quick. A dummy sector is a sector that's outside the world, or the map, that projects a fake version on the inside, depending on where we put it. So let's put one right here. Make a triangle. Because triangles are always king. Change the wall to properties. Oh, to select a wall, we have to go into line mode. So right here, line dev mode, click it, and then right click that. Then we get these options and the tab that shows what texture's there. We don't need to worry about that right now. We want here action. And the number we want should be 180. No, that's not it. 108. No. You know what? I'm going to have to look into the code again, but right now let's go to here, this folder. Then we're going to go to sector. The sector tab. And then we're going to look for sector set 3D floor. That's the one. And then we need to make another sector nearby the door that's fit to that. So we'll just keep that in mind. We want to make it a solid. And we want, no, don't worry about the flags. And we want to make it full opacity. So let's make that sector really quick. The door frame is right here. Whoops. We're still in line dev mode, so we gotta change that really quick. Back to vertice mode. Draw here, 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 and here. There we go. And then we want to go to sector mode. With sector mode, we can now select different parts to be, you know, whatever we want. Click this, or right-click this. Go to the Properties tab, and press the New button right here on Identification. Now it's Sector 3. So now that's done. Go back to Line Mode. Go back to this triangle. Right-click it. And now we change the sector tag to 3. And if we look at that in the game, it looks like an actual just wall, a brick wall. So, let's grab the floor really quick. Raise it up. Oh, whoops. Come on. There we go. And there we have it. If we look outside the map, we can see this little dummy sector right here. I don't know what these blue triangles are. Probably to morph it, but I'm not going to do that. What do you think so far, though? Looks good, right? Pop in the back. Alright. I think we can do a little bit better. Maybe like add some sides here. That's an easy thing to do. Oh, it's still in line mode. Okay, so vertice mode. Draw the square using the right bumper and then the left bumper from then on. Then Q. Grab that and grab... No, not that. Not that. That, and raise it up. We now have a door frame. It looks like this. Pretty cool. But it still has the orange texture, so let's change this to look like a metal. Or something metal. Like this. Control C. Control V. 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 And you know what? Let's change that one too. V. 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 Actually, you know what? Thinking of it, doesn't look right. We can change it better. So let's go back to right-click that texture. Go here. Left-click this, and then we're going to pick this one right here. Step top. No, never mind. That doesn't look good at all. Ugh. We want something like this, but, you know, sideways. So let's go to our metals. Metals. There we go. And you know what? Let's use one of these, the door signs. Yeah, it won't draw the door. It'll just draw the frame between it. And you know what? Let's just use that entirely. Control C. Yeah, Control C. V. 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 And our final V. There we go. And now you can see a bit of a nub right here, so we can easily grab all those textures. And then just simply press the left on the button. Or left, oh. There we go. And there we have it. Now, we grabbed a lot of things. It would be kind of difficult if we just, like, kept it like that. So, instead, we're going to just press Q, and then Q again, and now we deselected it. Pretty awesome. So now we have a proper door frame for our thing. We also have to change this really quick, too. Whoops. So, look at the texture. Right bump it. Go to surfaces. And this is the texture right here. It's set to floor because the dummy sector is technically drawing it backwards to show it. So, to fix it, we're just going to use the floor. Okay, and then we go to our metal again. And actually, no, let's go with flats. And use this texture. It looks like, at best, looks like metal. Okay. And there we have it. A proper looking door frame. Looks good. That dummy sector thing could be used for anything. I like, if you want to make like a docking bay with like a giant ship in the center, you can, with dummy sectors. It pretends to be an actual sector and counts as like landing information, object information, but it's a room on top of a room. It fakes it. Really cool. I think the bad thing about it is, though, is like you can only do one sector per thing, so... Or actually, thinking about it now, you can do 2 or 3 or more, but it's still all mapped to the same sector. You'd be essentially making like a dummy sector for every floor you want to add to that one sector, and that's annoying to handle. So, no, there we go. Oh, and this doesn't look that great. I mean, it'd be cool if this was like a separate and then segmented. So let's fix that really quick. Yeah, see? An easy fix would be to just simply do this with the line, or the vertice mode. Left click where we want to put it. And drag that one there. And then we want to go to sector mode and do this. And change it to properties. ID tag number 3. You remember what happened we did before? We do it again. And there we have it. A proper door frame. Looks pretty good. And it's separate. If we really wanted to, we could do this. Yeah, that looks good. And as you can see, it doesn't look right there. So, let's make it into a dummy sector again. Or you know what? Let's raise that back up. And make a new dummy sector. I was talking about it, so let's do it again. We're going to do the same exact thing we did here and did over here, except we're going to do it right here. And just make a triangle. Go to the line devs tool, or line def, EF. Go to right click it. Go to properties. Go here. Go to sector, and then look up sector set 3D floor. And then we want to do another sector 3. And there we go. So now we should have 2 different sectors in the same place. That's a bit of an error, so we want to fix it by changing this one, this specific this sector, to be above it. We grab the floor right here, and we can scale it up with a mouse wheel. What we want to do right there, that would look good, and we're good. And voila, or viola. We have ourselves a proper looking castle wall. It looks amazing. Granted, though, what it actually shows is if we press the tab button, it just shows that. Dummy sectors don't get rendered. But there. Looks good. And let's change that texture really quick. Right bumper to collect it. Front image. Change it. And we're going to choose something that looks like a sign. So, you know, let's look at all the textures and pick which one looks best. Exit would be cool, but I don't think we need to right now. Radiation, maybe. Oh, that would be cool. Shows the planets and stuff. Be like a dash panel set in. Or this gargoyle's face thing, that'd be cool too. Or, you know, let's make it a pulsating eye. No. Yeah. If anyone watching, you want to say something in the comments to make a suggestion, let me know. I'll see if I can take it. Yeah. Oh, I know. Let's make it a bunch of skulls. No, just kidding. Or, you know what? Let's make it look like something fleshy. I'm also kidding. Not right now. We'll do that later. Oh, that's a good one. See if it fits. It kind of does. And it's a little bit up, so let's look at it and then press the down arrow key. And there we have it. We got this good looking sign. It looks pretty good. I say this is looking better already. And you know what? We can do something about these. It kind of looks weird to have two beams, right? What if we could slope it? That's where the cool part is. Let's learn about sloping. We already have dummy sectors. Another new element to the Doom engine is sloping. We can see that this line has a little... here, let me zoom in real quick. I guess not. If you can look on the screen right here, there's like a line and then a little tick on the outside. That little poking bit, the tick, is the face of this texture. If it's facing outward, we can see it. If it's facing inward, we see the back of it. So, we gotta remember that. Always remember that. We're going to press the line dev tool again, over here. Right click, and instead of this, we're gonna go to the properties, and I'm pretty sure it's 160. Oh, okay, no, that's that, okay. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. 181. Yeah. Right here in this action box is like a specific set. If you know all the different actions, you can just put the number there for fast, you know, immediate action. So right now it's set to align slope, and then we want it to align to either the floor or the ceiling. Right now it's set to none, and the way this is set is we want to do it the ceiling only. So do we want to set the front of it to be towards the ceiling or away from the ceiling? Let's check it. It really is just a matter of seeing what works. We're going to set this right here to ceiling align to floor or front, and then go into this mode. And see, it worked in reverse. We didn't want that. Go back here. We're going to click it again, and we'll change it to back, so that the back goes slopes instead. Press Q, and there we have it. That looks really good. We can even lower that a little bit to give it more of depth. And now if we do the same thing over to this side and do 181, we get the slope to the ceiling, to the back, And boom! Oh, lower it one more too, because to match it, make it even. You always want to be symmetrical with buildings. And there we go. We now have this really cool looking thing. It's awesome. We can also add a little bit more detail here too. So let's do that really quick. Whenever you're wanting to add an extra texture to the surface of something, remember to keep in mind that this grid right here has both blue lines and white lines. The blue lines are exactly the square of the texture. Like right here. This is the texture we put on the roof. And as we can see, it goes all the way down and then repeats itself when it gets past the blue. We have to keep that in mind. So if we want to make a new texture, we have to respect that and place it somewhere like right here. Here, 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 and here. Now, you know what? Go to vertice mode really quick. Then we can drag the vertices to the proper place. As you can see, this texture is about like 8 by 8 squares, or 8 by 8 chunks of 8. So we want all 4 sides to be 8, symmetrical. And it's right dead center. We can even do that again right here. There we go. That looks good. And then now we want to go into sector mode, and there we go. We can select the sectors individually. Right-clicking, surfaces, and we'll change that to be a an interesting. You know what? We'll pick the flats really quick. We can scroll down the mouse wheel to see which one we want. So. Oh. Oh. What would be a good thing there? Ooh, I know. We can set like a inset roof or something, or like Here, let's try one of no, that one. This one. Let's look at it from there. Yeah, it looks good. And just copy, Control C, V, and there we go. And then we can grab both of those and move them down a little bit. And now to replace this orange texture, let's put a computer screen. Go to right-click, front, change that, and we go to computers. And there we go. That's okay, and well, let's change this one before we move it. Scrolling down, scrolling down. No, not this one. I have a better one. And why is it not here? Is it in base? Yeah, we can either choose this one, or, which is the better one. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, you know what? Oh. Where is... It's the Tango one, the ones with the big pictures. Yeah, where'd it go? It was just here. There we are, right here. Yeah, see? Oh, wait, what? Yeah, let me see really quick. Yeah, that looks good. We Control C. V. 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 And there we go. We now have monitors that tell us where we are. Although it's not enough. Like, we should probably alter this. Like, say the inside ones should be gray. So we're gonna just do this. Oh yeah, and to make the thing slide faster, hold the shift button and then just tap it a few times. That looks good. And there we go. That looks really good. We also want to change these to be different from Tanga. So we're going to click it, hold the shift, tap it a few times, and now it's looking at a moon. That's good. Then we go over here and do the same exact thing. But this time go the other way. Now it's looking at the cosmos. And we'll change this one too. There's like 3 of them there. See? And there we have it. 2 monitors. In fact, we can actually lower this a bit too. Check it out. I'm gonna do this and grab them all, and oh, that one too, and those 2. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Then to deselect all of it, just press Q, and we're back in. Press it again, and boom. That looks really good. You also want to change this too. So now the reason why this looks different from like those 2 things look different is because they're going to be doorways. Specifically this one. Yeah, that looks good. This is a secret doorway. So let's edit this so no one can enter it. So really quick, that's how we get to this upper area too. So to change it, let's instead do this. Line dev tools thing. Go here, left click it, or no, right click it, sorry, and go to properties. And here we go, open door. Let's just go ahead and put something like a just regular door. Door close, wait, open. Okay. There we go. And tag it with 1. And actually, no, I know what it is. This door has to be specifically set, so let's make it a colored door. Like a red, blue, or yellow door. Yeah, door locked raise. Then we want to do sector tag of 1. See how it says tag 1 right here? We want to keep in mind those tags. Because if we do 3, then it's going to do that for all the sector 3s, and that's not going to look good. Not going to look good at all. So we got that. Movement speed. Let's make it fast, actually. Then close delay. Let's give it the Doom default, actually. Oh, and then let's make it colored. So we go to key number, and let's use a simple blue key. There we go. So now we can no longer open the door without, that. Oh, we also want to copy this number down too, 13, and do the same for the verse. Actually, you know what? For the back end, we're just going to do just a simple door. Locked raised. Just door raise. And do normal, repeatable action. And when the player presses use. And there we have it. Our door is, oh wait, the sector tag. Don't forget that. 1. So now, on the other side of the door, we can open it normally. But on the front side, we have to have a key to do it. Makes sense. So, and it's a secret door too. So, actually, you know what? Let's make it a real legitimate door. Let's, in fact, use Sector 3 to do it. So let's go to line dev mode, back in our 2D view, and draw out the frame. Then we go to this right here, sector mode, do this, properties, and we want to choose 3 again. Then we go to view to see what it looks like. There we go. Looks like a good door. Yeah, it looks awesome. So now let's change this texture to be like an actual door. Or you know what? I have a better idea. This sector only goes to a certain height. Let's make it different. Yeah, let's change this to be 4. Yeah, let's change it to a new sector, 4. Then we make another dummy sector. Go to the line tool. Do this. Right click it. Then do 160. Type, flag, all that's, oh yeah. Sector tag, 4. There we go. So now, there's a giant wall in front of our door. Let's raise up the floor of that. Yeah, that looks good. And now, oh, whoops. I'm selecting too many things. There you go. Let's lower. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep it like this. Yeah, that looks good. We could have just, you know, cut the hole in the ceiling. Ooh. Ah, thank you. Thanks for that little bumper thing. Those things are awesome. But yeah, now we can, now we can raise it. We could have just made it in a simple chunk. But I like the way this looks. It looks better. Plus, if we turn it off, it just looks like that. So, And let's change this texture to be a door. Front, there. Okay, so none of those are good doors. Where's the doors? There. The biggest one is 128, which is the size of our door. So let's click it, and there we go. Then to scale it to the proper size, move it up and down, and you know what? The texture cuts in. So let's change that really quick. Oh yeah, thank you all for coming too. It's been fun. I love teaching. So hopefully you guys can use these skills to make your own levels and things. I'd love to see what you guys do. In fact, maybe I'll hold a contest. Leave a mention in the comments if you guys think a contest would be kind of cool. Anyway, let's change this to this texture. 96. Yeah, it looks better. Then just lower that, and we're good. Looks like a vault door. That's cool. And let's use this texture for the roof of that section. Right here, V. And you know what? Let's change this texture too. Something like this metal. Control C. Paste. Oh, okay, it just did the whole thing. Awesome. And let's add a little bit of depth to these side areas, because this looks cool, but it's flat, and you don't like it doesn't look right flat. So let's segment it. Whoops. I'm still in line mode. That's a big mess up. Go to vertice mode, then pressing the right bumper, or right button on the mouse, go up one. And then just repeat for the other side. And now we have two rounded columns on the side of a giant door with this big plaque on the front. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Man, it looks really cool. I love it. I love it. Oh, and we should also change this too. Yeah, this doesn't look anything like this floor. So let's get some carpet in here, shall we? Oh, whoops. I still have the other selected. So deselect everything, and now select everything. There we go. The floor. And let's look up some carpet. That looks like a good carpet, the red. Now it clashes with the blue. And I don't want to use this thing, so let's look for some good carpet. Flats. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. We're getting it. We're grooving. Keep it grooving. You know what? Let's lower this loop. No. Never mind. You know what? Let's lower these. Have like an inset in an inset. That's cool. And there we go. Oh, we should also copy this texture. Control C. V. 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 And there we go. We should also raise up this little area too. But we have to do it halfway. So holding the shift button, we then slowly scroll down one tick at a time. And there. And then we're going to copy this floor and paste it here. And there we go. I think it looks really good. And you know what? We can use these too. We'll just set them up like this. And actually, you know what? Let's set just one up. And instead, set this to be like a computer station. Here. All textures really quick. Yeah, this would look good. Yeah, see? That looks good. That's the cool thing with the Doom engine. It only draws pictures on flat surfaces. It's up to you to take those flat surfaces and make something out of it. Something really cool. I love it. It's the easiest engine to program too. And the source code is already out, so you know, if you know how to program really well, you can just make your own thing. You know what? Not this one. This is just a computer station. We need a server station. Yeah, these would look good. Okay, so yeah, we gotta move that there. Raise it up. And just do this. There we go. Control C. V. 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 Okay. And let's use the shift button this time to make it faster. Ooh, that looks cool. Then gonna do that. Ooh, adds a monitor there. That's good. Then monitor. Yeah, that looks better. Ah, no, it's repeating. We gotta change it. I kind of wish there was a flat panel on this thing. Or maybe there is. Oh yeah, this is perfect right here. Oops. There we go. Ventilation panel. And there we have it, a little computer sitting right out of nowhere. And let's change this top area to be more like a computer. Let's. There we go. And there we have it. That's a cool looking area. But you know what would make it better? Front desk. So let's add a front desk. It looks like we can add one right here. So as I've said before, the Doom engine technically just makes it only makes boxes. And I mean that literally. It only makes one layered boxes. And in order to make like objects such as desks, lamps, frames for doors, or things like that, or even just computer stations and whatever, you have to make an actual section out of the inside of a section. It's annoying, but that's how the engine works. This was made back in like 1992. Yeah, so it's outdated. Nowadays 3D engines use real 3D and does that box thing millions of times, making like whole chunks of things out of boxes, or just making it a face and then making the inside like a shell. Really cool idea to, you know, for game development and stuff. Let's just do this, and there's a desk. We look at it, grab it, and raise it up. But there's a problem. You can probably tell. We don't know how high a human is compared to it. So with that selected, let's go ahead and grab the things mode right here. Paste the thing right there, and instead, let's pick a monster. Where's a former sergeant would be cool. Make him look like he's looking man in the front desk. And then, yeah, he appears in everything. We're good. And now we have something to work off of. Let's, looks like we keep overshadowing him with the desk. You know what, maybe, yeah, I know, that's too high still. We can lower it by using the shift button too. A good desk is always at elbow's length. So, there's our desk. Let's change the texture here really quick to something of wood. And we have plenty of wood textures here. Not that one. That doesn't look that great. Let's look at the wood selection really quick. Yeah, this is the best one. The wood planks. Then let's change this one to also wood planks. You know what? This one looks better. No, that doesn't look right at all. It's too big. I think we'd be better off with this one. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to get any different from that, so I'm just going to... Okay, that looks good. So, Control C, and then we go around the table. V, 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 V. Oh, you know what? That looks actually really cool. Yeah, let's lower this to have that lip there. Because then it looks like an actual table. And there we go. And to make it more like a desk, let's add an object on top of it. We're still in thingies mode, so click it. And we'll add something like a... Let's add a weapon to the desk. No, not weapon. A ammunition. Yeah, that's cool. Box of shells. So now, if we go here, our receptionist has a box of shotgun shells ready for you. And there we go. I'm going to raise the desk just a tiny bit up. There we go. Here's the cool thing about this, too. Normally, if it's a certain height, you won't be able to jump on top of it. So we have to set it to the right height so we don't just whoop on top of it. And right now, it's set to that. But then how do we grab this box? Well, if we look, the boundary box for this item extends outside the sector size. So that means we can grab it if we just stand in front of the desk, rather than just standing on the desk on top of it. It's collision boxes. It'd be a really cool thing. Later engines and things like that for 3D games would kind of circumvent all this. They'd have like a box for every limb on the person, and then a specific box would be, you know, set for like more damage and things like that. That's how headshots were invented. Thank Half-Life for that. Really cool idea. Or thank Gabe. He was the one, I think he's the one that helped with that. All praise Gaben. Atta Gaben. Oh, what the? That doesn't look right. That's better. And then this one got changed too. What the heck? Okay, we're good. Now it looks like a proper computer. You know what? Maybe we can slope the floor too here. That would be cool. Let's actually do that really quick. Now, we did it before earlier today. Oh wow, another hour. Awesome. Go to our line dev mode, and before we did, you could see that these lines right here are green. That means they're special. They do special effects depending on the engine they're running through. So if we go here, go to properties, that's left right bumper thing, remember that. We can see that we have the ceiling aligned to back. So what if we did the same thing for the floor to back as well? For both of those. Now remember, each of the line has like a line, and then a little tiny little peg that comes out of it, or a tick, that points in a direction. That peg leads out to the face. So like, the face is on this side, not this side, of that one line. So now if we look, and there we go, raise it up, and there we have it. A sloped floor. That looks really good. Love it. We should also change this to, actually, you know what? Let's add a hallway. Okay, and there you go. We're in line def mode right now, so we can just draw a simple hallway like that. And you know what? We need to grab this line, and there we go. You know what? Let's lower that too. And let's just copy this texture and paste it there, there, and there. You know what? Whoops. Let's raise this one too. Just so it looks, you know, somewhat decent. There we go. And we gotta grab all 3 of these and raise them. Or no, we'll lower them actually. To match the rest of the walls. There we go. And there, boom. Now before we continue, it's been an hour, so I'm thinking about just calling it for the day. And, you know, give myself a break. Before we, you know, end it, let's test it. Now, yesterday's tutorial, we've talked about how we set up the thing to test. If you have the thing saved on your computer properly, then we don't need to do that again. But if for those who missed it, I'll recover it just again, so you guys don't, you know, go crazy. We go to Tools here, go to Game Configurations, Testing, and then we get this option. Engine, Application, and Skill Level. What we want to do is pick the engine. Press this plus sign, and then look for the program, which is our game. The program we use is Zendronum, but there's also gzdoom, gzdoom, and I forgot the other one. They're basically modern-day interpreters of the original Doom code. It lets you run cool new techniques like dynamic lighting, all that stuff. But anyway, since we already picked it, so we can just press cancel here. And then the application we want to run is that one we just picked. So, now that's done, let's test it by pressing this green arrow up in the top right corner. It'll load the game. Yeah, give it a second. It takes a bit. Oh, there it goes. 1 second, I'll drag it over here. Oh, whoops. There we go. Awesome. Grab that guy's shotgun. Oh yeah, I gotta change the thing too. I set this to E. Oh my goodness. No, that's, yeah, the turos tutorials. Change that, and then M. Yeah, that's better. M. TM. There we go. Okay, so now as you can see, this level looks amazing. We got a fountain in the front, this amazing sign right here on the side. We go in through these lights, the floor, to a sloped floor, sloped ceiling, with the computer stations right there. And this big brick thing, the server, and a desk, which we just grabbed bullets from. So now, we can't open that door. So we need the blue key card. As we progress with the tutorials, we're going to add more area to it and put the blue card somewhere where we need to fight our way to get it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial because this was fun. I think this looks amazing. I love it. Awesome. Okay, and then yeah. It just looks so good. If you guys have been following me like 1-to-1, you'll have this amazing level to yourselves too. So hopefully that's something. Let's close the game. And yeah, that's good. Let's press Control S. Another thing too you want to do is always press Control S. I say it now, I should have said it sooner, but sorry about that. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.